of 2026 seems to be the plan. Next year, though, keep in mind, we are going into the 25th anniversary of the Xbox brand overall. This would be a big announcement. Fable would be a big release. A new Halo game.
Yo, we've been waiting for Fable since the beginning of this fucking console generation. You're like, what the fuck happened to Fable? I almost forgot about Fable. And don't get me started with the freaking game. Whatchamacallit, Beyond Evil. Where the fuck is Beyond Evil 2? That game should have come out years ago. It was announced back in 2017, maybe, give or take. But what the fuck is that game? What the fuck is the game? I'm gonna fucking try and look it up real quick. The trailer for it.
Even if it's a remake of the first one would be a big release, Gears of War E-Day, you kind of go down the list and you're like, wow, Microsoft could have an incredible 2026, and we'll just see if all the pieces fall into place for that. But what a way to get things started if indeed Forza Horizon 6 goes to Japan and that lands in the first half of 2026, meaning we'd be less than a year away from all of that happening. That's good stuff. We'll keep an eye on this, see if they have any teasing that they want to do going into Tokyo Game Show when they make that announcement. And before we go to the comment of the day, we'll take a look at the poll that I posted up yesterday, where I ask, have you played Forza Horizon?
Okay, switch the mood a little bit. This motherfucking game, Ubisoft. What the fuck is it? I was right. 2017, right there.
Where's your master?
Where the fuck is this game?
Domesticated.
Hey, the fuck? I ain't got no master, but I do have your little toy.
Show me the idol. Show me the redeemer.
Here you go, mate.
Yo, mate.
Hey,
That character, the
Yo,
monkey.
hand it over. I got a hot date who don't do late.
Hot they don't do it late.
monkey's got
Got
a
a
date.
Mwah.
What? What?
What? That's Swiss fucking chocolate, pig. Bon appetito. Petito.
I want every fucking cop in this fucking city after that fucking bastard!
Grab my chassis, Noxie.
Fun fact. I don't know if anybody knows this, but the development of this game is so crazy that the developer went as far. Look, if you make music, if you make art, graffiti, anything, we have a website. You can go ahead and bring all of your upload your stuff in there to kind of, if it does match with the world, we will put your artwork in the game and you will be part of the credit. That is amazing. If your music kind of falls wherever it may fall with the pictures, because you can go from planet to planet, like No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky is usually like animals or whatever. No. This thing is cities. Like you can see this whole city. This is one of the planet that you can just travel to. You're gonna see a fucking planet of wherever. You can fly to that planet. It will have a civilization, and you can enjoy and go anywhere in that civilization. This is how huge this game was and supposed to be. So I'm not sure what the heck happened, because some of the demo that I've seen for this game, oh my fucking god, this game easily could be 200 gigs, 300 gigs, and maybe that's why they haven't released it, because it's too damn big. I mean, they could make it a lot less than that, but this is a ridiculous game. But anyway, let's go. Motherfuckers! Yo!
Fuck me.
Love this character.
Damn.
Where the fuck is this game? 2017. Where the fuck is this game? That music was sexy as hell. Where the fuck is this game? And this is your master ship. This is ship inside a ship inside a ship. And this is not even the biggest
It's
ship.
about bloody time. Let's see what we've got. Moksha,
Beyond good and evil.
just as Yama described it. True freedom lies beyond.
That is trying to give you like an idea of what you can do. And one of the things that you can do is basically go out of space. You can go from planet to planet. Like literally you can see, like you do in No Man's Sky. As you can travel into the atmosphere and go into the planet, you can kind of see how the ground grow, and then you can start seeing mountains. You do the same thing. But this one does it in a lot higher resolution, a lot higher fidelity, or whatever the word is. I can't even say it right now. And this is a prequel to the original Beyond Good and Evil. This isn't even. Where is this game? I'm telling you, this game is you sign up for a Space Monkey program. This program right here, you could, if you have like stickers or tattoos or graffiti artwork, original artwork that you made or whatever, you could just upload it. They will review it. If they like it, they will slap it somewhere in the game. As you're driving around, you will see your drawing somewhere in the game. Your music, you will hear in the background because the environment is alive. So let's say there's an NPC on a corner and you're driving on this hoverboard or this flying car or whatever, and you just stop around the market, you can hear the radio in the market, and maybe your music you just made in your basement could be playing there. And at the end, of course, when everything comes out and people want to buy the soundtrack, you get your cut from it, and your name will be on the credit as part of helping development of this game, because they want to make this as into a big breathing environment, world, universe, not just at this little level. No, this is entire fucking universe. Imagine Borderland on crack. Instead of being in one planet going whatever in Pandora, now you got multiple fucking planets you can travel to, but a lot bigger. And this is my sentiment. Where the hell is this game? That was 2 months ago. Let's see if I can find a gameplay, because there was a gameplay with the developers. It was like 20-minute long gameplay.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is massive, and traversing its open star system is completely seamless whether you're on foot, in vehicles, or in space. You play as a customizable space pirate captain who carries a sword, a gun, and a jetpack as basic equipment. Your character and weapons can also be enhanced with augments, which grant special abilities and let you experiment with different effects in combat. Trapping foes in a time-slowing bubble, for example, or freezing them in place with chained electricity. Enemies can also use augments, like these scientists who can heal their soldier buddies with augmented bullets, so you'll want to get a close look at who's carrying what and plan your strategy accordingly. In order to see what your enemies have equipped, you'll need your spyglass, which displays the stats, skills, and augments of other characters, as well as revealing more details
Look at the
about
map.
locations
Look at the
and
map.
points of interest, even from
Look at this. You're in outer space on the top of a freaking wing of a ship. You can see all the land that you can travel, investigate, cave or anything. Look at another planet out there.
space. It's a key part of recruiting, too. Take a close look at an NPC with your spyglass, and you'll see if they have any skills worth adding to your space pirate crew. Of course, your crew isn't the only company you can bring along. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is an online game, and while you can play solo, co-op buddies can jump in or out at any time. You won't be tethered together either, and if you want to wander off and explore while another player does their own thing,
I just spoke about this. For Elder Ring. Be able to jump into Elden Ring together as your friend and be able to explore the same world together. You can go that way, he can go that way. Be able to do that together in Elden Ring. Oh my god, it would be so fucking amazing. All get back together, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're free to do so. Welcome to
so this is what I mean. Like,
Ganesha City, a dense, vertically built metropolis where the rich live at the top and the poor huddle in shanty towns built into the sides of the city's foundations. It's sprawling and richly detailed, and
see, like this right here. See, like that drawing. Let's say you made it, and they had a spot in a wall that's empty. They don't know what the fuck. They will slap your artwork in there, and then you'll be part of the credit.
it's just one small corner of a moon called Soma, itself just a small piece of Beyond
Look at this. Look at the solar system here. Come on. You see all the little dots are places you can travel to within this planet only.
Good and Evil 2's gigantic
Look at this fucking planet here. There's another one there.
open world. It's also built for aerial
So now imagine the Space Ninja game, Warframe. Warframe has a kind of similar thing. You can zoom out and see different planets you can go to, but now that into 10 times bigger with all the you had all the solar system, but now you extended it way more.
exploration. So in addition to your jetpack, you'll have access to a wide selection of flying vehicles. Any vehicle you see can be commandeered and driven, and they can all tune into Radio Cheetah, a station by space pirates for space pirates. You'll also be able to
And the radio station that he's talking about is basically, like I mentioned earlier, the same thing as the artwork. If you have music, they will add it to those stations so you can listen to. It will be random Joe, Joe Doe radio station. Some kid in Texas made the thing 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. Now you're listening for the fucking first time.
fully customize your own rides, swapping out modules, wings, engines, equipment, and cosmetic options to tailor your machines to look good and hold their own in a fight. You'll need special equipment or skills to take on larger vessels, but your fighter ships are agile, able to execute
Just as you fighting, you can see the outer ring of the fucking planet out there. You can see this fucking planet. You can see that. And you can just fly right out from here directly over there.
special equipment or skills to take on larger vessels, but your fighter ships are agile, able to execute barrel rolls, lock onto targets with homing missiles, and dogfight with police if you inadvertently break some city law like flying too close to a major tourist attraction or robbing a bank. And like your weapons, ships can be equipped with augments, enabling you to do things like firing healing missiles at your co-op partners.
Come on.
Your ships are also capable of hitting extreme speeds, covering thousands of kilometers in a matter of seconds. This is essential for getting around planets in a hurry, as well as for flying out into orbit to rendezvous with your mothership, a huge vessel that serves as your home base.
Look at that.
Even out here in orbit, you can seamlessly transition from piloting a ship to spacewalking with a nano spacesuit to protect you from the vacuum. Popping out of the cockpit
And for people to get an idea about the nanosuit, if you see the movie Guardian of the Galaxy, especially Guardian of the Galaxy 2, when Star-Lord killed his father, the planet Igor, and his adopted father, I forgot the name, the one with the mohawk, he was spilling with a little needle. He grabs them and takes them up, and then he takes the thing, he put it on him, and he get a little shield over his body so he don't die in space. That's what she's kind of wearing.
And into the cold abyss of space allows you to use your spyglass to investigate a planet, peering down at treasure-hiding geoglyphs, cities, and settlements, all of which are still buzzing with activity far below you, enabling your co-op partner to explore and interact normally with city life.
Do you imagine that? You're in space looking down while your buddy's is in that area in the planet doing what the fuck you want or he's doing.
Life even when you're this far apart. Alternately, you can switch over to the universe map, a fully 3D rendering of System 3 that can be zoomed in and out to give you an overview of everything from close-ups of a planet's surface to the continuously orbiting layout of the entire system. For more, watch the full Beyond Good and Evil 2 live stream linked in the description below. And to find out more as it develops, be sure to subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Where the fuck is this game? Is it that we have not built enough technology enough to make this? I'm thinking we got the 5090 out. The 5000 ships out. They should be able to handle these. It should be able to handle these. They should be able to help with the rendering, with the AI stuff building into those GPUs now to help render this with some of the system. Like my computer has 128 gigs of memory. I have over 12 gigs of hard drive space, give or take. Terabyte. 12 terabyte of hard drive space. So I got a lot of fucking memory and space storage. What the fuck? Where is this game? This is one of... Where are you? Let's go ahead and look at this one. It was 2 months ago. Someone made this video about this 2 months ago.
I'll answer the question. Where the hell is Beyond Good and Evil 2? Let's get into it. As Beyond Good and Evil 2 still remains in development. I know you're shocked just as much as I am. I can't believe this game hasn't been canceled. Will we ever see Beyond Good and Evil 2 really becomes one of the biggest questions. Ubisoft, known for taking their sweet...
Look at this fucking environment. This is CG, but imagine doing this in real time.
Sometimes when it comes to these games. Remember the good old game? I don't know if I call it good old, but Skull and Bones. It eventually released after being in development for well over a decade. And it seems Beyond Good and Evil 2 is in the same boat. Had to. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been in development for 17 years. It's crazy to think of how long that's been going. Initial announcement was early 2008. The game was first teased at Ubi Days back in 2008 with a cinematic trailer, but little progress was shown for nearly a decade. Development was paused at Ubisoft Multiplayer, focused on other projects instead, like Rayman Legends in 2013. Early trailer 2009 suggested a narrative sequel to the original Beyond Good and Evil, which released in 2003, but the project was later reimagined as a prequel. Michel Ancel, the original game's creator, led the project by conflicting reports about its status and rumors of cancellation surfaced during the time period that he was there. I say he was there because he's no longer there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Back at E3 2017, rest in peace to E3. We all know that's gone now.
Yeah.
Ubisoft re-revealed Beyond Good and Evil 2 with a cinematic trailer showcasing a vibrant, open-world prequel set in System 3, featuring space piracy and cooperative gameplay. A pre-alpha demo was shown at E3 2018, following a huge exploration and co-op mechanics.
This guy has done his homework, and like I do too. Like I know everything about this whole project, everything about this whole fucking project. I've been following this project for fucking years, and I have to remind my boys, yo guys, don't forget about this game. It's coming out sometime. Hopefully, it does. I'm just mad that Ubisoft is taking forever to release this.
The game looked awesome, but it's still yet to be released. Definitely seen some personnel changes and some huge setbacks. In 2020, Michel Ancel left Ubisoft amid allegations of toxic management, which reportedly disrupted development. Imagine that. French reports claim that Ancel's frequent changes to the game's vision caused instability. In July of 2023, creative director Emile Morel died suddenly at age 40. My goodness, you couldn't have a more troubled project, could we? A 2023 report noted that Ubisoft Multiplayer faced a labor investigation due to unprecedented development burnout, highlighting internal struggles. In 2022, reported by Bloomberg indicated a game still in pre-production suggested significant reboots or even restarts. Not good. Over the years, however, Ubisoft has constantly reaffirmed the game's active development, with updates back in June 2024 and October 2024.
You see, earlier, when you can get your ship into your mothership, and I mentioned that's not the fucking biggest. And that's huge. You could walk this thing, and this is big, big. But look at this shit back there.
Confirming its past internal milestones with positive feedback from Ubisoft. The Beyond Good and Evil 20th edition was released in June 2024. Many were speculating at the time that this could have been a look.
That's the original. This is the original. They came out a long time ago.
Lead up into
I was
Beyond
a
Good and Evil
kid.
2.
I was a fucking kid.
But as
I was
you
still
all
in
know
high
as much
school.
as I do, we have yet to see a damn thing. Back in October of 2024, Ubisoft confirmed new developers, including staff from Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, were assigned to the project under Fozzie Mesmer's appointment aimed to stabilize the direction, who is also now their new creative director. As of right now, Beyond Good and Evil 2 still remains in active development over at Ubisoft Multiplayer. However, time will tell. The project is stated to be found its new footing as it passed the internal testing over in 2024 with a new leadership as Fozzie. So time will definitely see if this is in the right direction. Ubisoft did release Skull and Bones, which was over a development hell process with 10 years behind that game. Now we've been 17 years, almost coming up on 2 decades. I can't believe it either. This is absolutely freaking crazy. Will we ever see Beyond Good and Evil 2? I hope so. That trailer did look cool. Opportunities are there. Beyond Good and Evil 1 has a cult following. It's only a matter of time if we could actually see what is happening. I've reached out to my contacts. We'll find out if I get any more news. If I can hear anything at all, you'll be the first to know. I'll answer the question.
This is one of those games that I've been waiting for fucking years. As he mentioned, 17 years in development. Back and forth, cancellation, reboot, redo, rechange, people passing away before the fucking game being made. I'm telling you, this game needs to be perfect when it comes out. And it needs to be perfect or it's just gonna fail and it's gonna be millions of fucking dollars down the fucking drain. Trying to see what I can find. mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Nope. Nope. There was a big tech demo from in the studio. It was not like in a place. It was a studio. One of the developers. They're basically showing you the characters, the movement, the environment. That's when he was talking about the website they have for people to go in and join the Space Monkey website and production. I even did too. I joined them, and you can go ahead and upload your work, put your stuff, and then you'll be part of the credit. So this way they can kind of bring some of this work faster, like make the world a more like a living environment. And that's something they announced on the E3. Shit, let me see. Oh, I think this is it.
Share with you that demonstration, which is a mix
Yep, it was the guy that he was showing earlier who actually left.
between a technological demonstration of the engine that we call Voyager, and the actual game with some gameplay elements. So here you can recognize the big mothership that was in the trailer. Of course, it's not the same level of quality. This is a work in progress assets. But again, we wanted to share all these materials with you. As you know, the game is in development. We still have a lot of things to do, but it's cool to share with you where we are on that spaceship part. So here, the mothership is like a home, a house for the player. That one is about 400 meters long, and you can have your crew inside, of course, your main character, but also your spaceships. So if you start in the game without anything, and you get your first spaceships, even if then later you have a larger spaceship, you can keep the smaller one into the big mothership. That's the same thing for the crew. If you start with 1 or 2 members in your crew, then you can have them in your big mothership later. That gameplay mechanic of what we call the Russian dolls, so bigger, smaller into the bigger, and then your characters, is very close to what we had, in fact, in Beyond Good and Evil 1, when the characters were getting out of the hovercraft.
Look at
this. So here we have that
give you a perspective
monkey, which is my
give you the perspective of how big this thing is. That ship was inside the other one.
Playable main character here, but of course in that game, you can select your character and create your own character. Just to give you a feeling of scale, that ship is about 20 meters long, and the other one, the mothership, is about 400 meters long. I'm going to go close to it so that you can see the size. So when we have large spaceships like that, the good thing, the interesting thing is that they are a real level of gameplay. You can go inside. We have interiors for those big ingredients.
So 20 meters was like 65 feet long for the other ship, and the big one is 400 meters. So that's like 1,300 feet.
So imagine I'm at the beginning of the game. I'm starting the game. I have nothing, but I am like like in Beyond Good and Evil 1, you start without anything. And you have to get some money to like level up and get your first vehicles. So imagine I'm just delivering pizzas here. It's like a side quest or just a way among many to get some money. I'm delivering pizzas to those guys. So imagine it's not my spaceship. That's the beginning of the game. And this could be an interesting way to trigger the first ingredients of the adventure, because the spaceship is a playable interior. You can get inside.
I just wonder. Oh, he's scratching his ass. I wonder if he playing it on a console here. He's using an Xbox. He could be playing it on a PC. What system is running this? Because I can tell, like the ship, all this is a low poly anyway, and the textures are pretty. They look good, but they're not high quality anyway.
Inside, you can sell your pizza, and then instead of getting out of the ship, you could decide to explore the ship, and why not discover that there is some slavery, some human trafficking, and things like that. The good thing is that in Beyond Good and Evil 2, like in the first episode, you can take pictures. So if I'm taking a picture of evidence of the things I'm seeing in the game, then I can share those pictures with the guys in the city, for example, and then I can trigger discussions with those guys based on the picture I took. So that's a very interesting mechanic that can create that feeling that you can explore everything and you can gather informations and share those informations with NPCs, but also between players. Another very interesting thing here is the feeling of scale. Here we know that the players, they will explore everything. They will want to go everywhere. So we need to handle large scale ingredients, like that huge statue, where you can go very close to it and you can look at all the details on the statues. And of course, you can go inside of this kind of statue, and you can also
this is cool. Come on. And we talking about this is back in 2017, 2018, give or take, when they're showing this. This is 2017. With the technology that we had back then to what we have now, how much we have improved, especially in graphic performance. And
Top of it, I just want to show you.
this game, whatever it looks back then to just release now, it will look amazing right now. But I mean, like, don't worry, not to worry about updating graphics. Just release it as is, for example, like it is. It would have done amazing.
Something interesting
Because
about the scale and the feeling
look
of
at the
scale. So I'm
environment.
going to land on the top of the statue and you will realize how big it is.
Trying to give it a
So,
perspective how small.
Here we have a wonderful vista. And I want to show you, I'm going to go more in the
Oh, he's in PC.
developer
mode.
edition
go on the
mode.
God
I can
mode.
move the camera very easily, and you can really notice and understand the feeling of scale when you look at that little monkey on top of the big statue. This is just a part of the head of the statue, and you're already very small. And it's very interesting to understand the scale of things.
Look at this.
Here you see that the statue is really, really big. The statue is about 700 meters high. And the very interesting thing, again, is that, in fact, that statue, which is big, is just into a big city that is very small, in fact, compared to the continent here, the size of that big island, and which is a small part of a big planet. So you realize that you are just a little dot on that big planet, which is, in fact, just a small planet around the bigger one,
planet,
which is a small dot in the big universe. So when we started that technology, we thought that we needed to handle that feeling of scale and in a realistic way. Before going into details, we wanted to make sure that the engine was capable of handling this kind of thing. When you look at this sunset, it's not exactly a sunset made by artists. It's a
not only this, but this engine is able to handle that back in 2017. Imagine what Unreal Engine can probably do now. But this is not Unreal Engine. This is their own engine, in-house engine. But imagine if they been working with Unreal Engine and they will be on Unreal Engine 5 now with all this thing. And the only thing I have to do is just switch just a couple of names to whatever access they're using and then get it updated. And then using NanoMesh to have everything to have a way higher detail.
really the combinations of physical ingredients, you know, the light that is changing depending on the atmosphere. So you can see here the different colors. And the fact that, of course, the planet is rotating around in space, around the big planet. So here I'm doing a kind of time lapse. I'm modifying the time so that you can understand better how it works. You see that everything is turning like in, you know, in real solar system. So yes,
Look
I'm
at this.
increasing
Look
the
at
speed.
this.
You see the night here with the cities. So another important thing is that you can, at any time, you can go everywhere. So if I'm going into another city, there is no loadings and things like that. Everything is seamless because it handles that big universe in a consistent way. There is no shit or things like that. You can really appreciate the point of view wherever you are. It will be the same mechanics. So that was one of the big features we wanted to make sure that we had before showing the game to the public, to everybody, so that we wanted to make sure that the technology was working and this big ambitious game was
This is
feasible.
This
I'm going back
ridiculous.
to my spaceship. I want just to show you some gameplay ingredients. I'm going to change a little bit the time so that we have a bit more sun. Yeah. So that spaceship is very, very nice. It's very close to the Beluga we had in Beyond Good and Evil 1. It can handle very large speed, but it's also very easy to do loopings and trigger very fast movements. So it's a dogfighter. I can increase the speed. So this is a classic plane speed we have on Earth. We are
Come on,
about
guys,
1,000 kilometers per hour.
Tell me this is not.
But you can increase that speed dramatically, like this, for example, and you will see. So the speed is increasing now. You see that it's about 5,000 kilometers per hour. Let's go back in the city so that we can really understand the speed. And I can increase the speed again. Whoa.
Look at that.
use some tricks, movements, and then we are going to do a looping, for example. So you can combine anything, any movements, and the very nice thing too is that you can even increase the speed to 20,000 kilometers per hour, which is a lot. I'm going to try, to drift like that. So at any time you have the drifting mode, you have all these very interesting movements. But of course, the biggest things you want to do in this kind of situation is to go in space. So let's trigger higher speed. And you see this little effect around the spaceship is because of the friction of the atmosphere. If I don't increase my speed, there is no reason to have more friction. But if I'm increasing the speed, you will see that the effect is stronger. And same thing if I'm going very, very fast.
Look at this.
So
Look
depending
at
on
this.
the quantity
Look at
of the
this.
atmosphere, you can have a stronger effect.
Come on. Where the fuck is this
Until
game?
you start burning. But you see, with those very high speed, you can really travel very, very far and very fast. Just changing the time of the simulation so that we can appreciate.
I feel like that guy, that little meme
wonderful
with the guy with
view
the
in
credit
space.
card, slapping the
So
credit
if
card
I decide to
on
go
the
on this
table. Like,
planet or the satellite, which is somewhere around there, I can go there seamlessly. And the further you are of the planet, the faster you can go because there's no more atmosphere, so no more friction. So here I still have a little friction. But of course you can go back onto the planet whenever you want.
where is this game?
A very interesting thing too is that there's a lot of biomes on the planet, like this desert, or you have frozen lands on the planet, different cities. So we don't want empty planets. We want planets with landmarks, with places to explore. There are mountains where you have some monks living there. So they are not empty, repetitive planets. The planets we aim to work on, to make our planets with life. And the planet itself is living somehow. For example, that planet has different, I would say, big biomes. Because that planet, as I told you, is a satellite of the bigger one, the one that is in the foreground. A part of that planet is protected, like the moon. Our moon is a part of the moon is protected by Earth from the big asteroids of the bigger one, the one that is in the foreground, is living somehow. For example, that
19,000 miles
has different,
kilometers.
I would say, big biome, protected, like from the big asteroids and meteorites. So here, that's exactly the same thing. The cities are built in the safe place where nothing is falling from space. But I will show you a bit later the opposite part of that planet, where you can have real-time giant meteorites, asteroids falling and modifying the planet's ground. The very interesting thing is that this kind of event is connected to the life on the planet. So that, yes, you've got those cities on the safe place, but once the big giant meteorites are falling on the other side of the planet, then you have the big companies that are sending the slaves
he was going
on those very dangerous places. And a lot of slaves are dying trying to gather the meteorites goods, all the things that are falling from space and crashing. They are taking those rare materials and risking their life. So it's not just about the planet on one side and the story on the other one. The planet and the story are connected, and that's a very important thing for us. So again, let's look at that planet modification process. Okay, so now we are back on the other
this
side of
tech
the planet,
demo is
the side
amazing
that
about
is
this game.
bombarded by meteorites. Here, we just want to showcase the ability that.
If you have never watched this, this is something to watch. This is a little insight of game development, or just a little bit, but man, this is one of those games that you just so excited to fucking play, but never comes out. And it hurts because it's like, yo, you know the shit you can do here, the stuff you can probably do, and hopefully they come up with a good idea. And supposedly he already left. You know what's leaving, and your baby never come out.
That we have in the engine to modify the whole planet in
All
real
the work
time.
you did.
So here, for example,
Ooh.
imagine that you're flying over that region. You can have a huge meteorite falling in front of you, and you will have all these. There's one incredible effect on the planet, but also on the other spaceships. So that's a very important feature for Beyond Good and Evil. We want interactivity to be the heart of the whole experience, not just with character, not just with spaceships, but also
The environment,
with a
everything.
big, huge planet. So thank you for watching that video. This is our first Space Monkey debrief. Many more will come, and we would love to have you leaving us your comments on this Space Monkey program site. So please comment, tell us what you think, and expect way more videos like that. Thank you very much.
Where are you? My God. It's just my fucking God. This is the We're watching this.
Bang, motherfuckers!
This is what happened afterwards to the release. Everybody like, yes, finally, it's coming out. This is when Ubisoft hit a home run. Everybody was super psyched. E3, if you remember.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. I feel you. I will be crying too.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to all the teams who worked very, very, very hard on creating all this world. Again, thank you to all these teams behind us. I want also to say thank you to Yves with all my heart. Thanks, Yves, for making this happen. This is just amazing. And also, a special thanks to the fans of Beyond Good and Evil for sticking with us for so long.
That's an understatement. That's a major understatement. Sticking for so.
It's about bloody time.
15 years.
15 years at that point.
Almost.
So welcome to System 3. Our story takes place before the birth of Jade, in a multi-ethnic, multicultural human society in a distant solar system. It is a time when corporations create hybrids in their labs and enslave them to colonize the stars in order to compete for power and cosmic resources. With our crew of crazy and unforgettable characters, we fight in the name of freedom and the right to determine our own fate among the stars. And we will helm massive star-faring vessels through territories as spectacular as they are dangerous.
We've been working very hard just on the technology during 3 years. And today, we have a seamless online playground where we can travel across space at the speed of light.
We can explore mysterious cities and discover unknown lands by ourselves or with friends. And we want you to participate in the making of this great adventure. Join our Space Monkey program.
That's the program I was mentioning. That you go in.
Today and help us make Beyond Good and Evil a world that will challenge us and bring us together for thousand adventure, thrills, and fun. And please, Eve, just join us. This is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys. You know, Gabrielle and Michelle, you've done a fantastic job. It's amazing what you have been able to achieve. And you and I, and all the teams, have the power of creating games that will amaze all the gamers. And I think video games can help us to grow and to get better. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a Space Monkey program. You can see, like, this is what they. So it's crazy. Let's see, it was something on the news about it. But this, it looked like they had changed stuff in here. There was different things in here. There was a section you can see what people already submitted. Okay, let's see. Damn, 2020 was this here. This look cool. That looks fucking cool. That right there. That is cool. Look at the shark, man. Like a Hawaiian kind of design with a shark. Let's go to overview here. Let's the Space Monkey program real quick again. All right, register, yada, yada, yada. See, like I told you, like environment, artwork will be here. So if you submit stuff, community, create an art and music that will be integrated directly in the game. Community has already been creating incredible fan art, fan fiction, cosplay, music videos. And over the years, we got to thinking about a way for us to be more inclusive to all community members throughout Yeti. Oh, remember this thing. Is this thing? There was a website they belonged to. I think it was like a what you call it? there was a an actor. Was an actor, yes. He has some kind of website. Ooh, what the fuck was the name of that actor? Is he played Robin in the last Batman, whatever his name is. So he had a website for people who want to put stuff in, want to show artwork, want to integrate it into music and stuff like that. They want to show their artwork, their music, almost like an artist webpage, and you will be paid commission by submitting stuff there. But not only just submit it, it's when people buy it or people use it or whatever, you get paid for it. But there are tons of websites doing that now. But in that time, it was kind of new, and that's what he was doing, and all the things that you could just start doing. And I think this is the name of the thing. Here. You see his thing here, but you can kind of pinpoint exactly. Yep, there we go. That's him. He's the one who created the site. He's the main person behind this site here. So he created this place. It's kind of working with them, as you can see here. So anyway, so this for me is like an awesome project, but it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is an action-adventure RPG happening in space where you play a space pirate and you'll become a legendary figure in the universe.
Yeah, a very important thing is that the game is connected to our real world, even if it's future of mankind.
Game with us. Whether you are an artist, you can draw, sing, write. We really have a vision of the game being a space of expression for the community. That's why today we're announcing a partnership with Hit Record, the online creative platform.
What?
Me.
Hello everybody, my name is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You might know me from such films as Angels in the Outfield, 10 Things I Hate About You, or Beethoven.
Okay.
But I'm also the founder and director of the company that Michel and Guillaume just mentioned, called Hit Record.
Told you guys.
Hit Record is a
Told you
platform
guys.
for creative people all over the world to collaborate and make art and media together. We've made all kinds of things: short films, music, books, commercials, a television show that won an Emmy. And when we make these things, it's collaborative. It's not just people submitting finished work and us kind of like picking it. It's really people working together. So we're going to be making a bunch of music, visual assets, etc. that go into Beyond Good and Evil 2. So if you're a writer or a musician, an illustrator, an animator, a singer, a voiceover artist, or even if you don't consider yourself an artist per se, but you just love the world of Beyond Good and Evil 2 and you want to help make it, there's going to be a lot of creative opportunities for you to get involved on Hit Record. And as with everything we do on Hit Record, anybody whose work is included in the final pieces we deliver to Ubisoft will get paid.
We're very excited to work with the great folks at Hit Record. We met them a few times in Los Angeles and we really share the same vision about how to integrate communities in the creation of art and especially video games. Having the community to
that statue of the monkey is hilarious.
Even before the game is released is really something new for us. It's an experimentation, but it's something that's innovative for Ubisoft as a company as a whole.
At Ubisoft, we love when new players create content because it gives a lot of diversity to our games. When Michel and Guillaume came to me and said we want to give even more tools to our players to create content for Beyond Good and Evil 2, I was more than happy with that. So we found Hit Record, which is an amazing company and an amazing partner, to help us to do that. I'm really looking forward to discovering what you will create.
That was a very long time ago. In 2 more years, it's going to be 10 years ago since that was recorded. 2 more fucking years. It's almost the end of the year. So a year and a half. Let's say a year and a fucking half. 1.5 years, that's gonna be 10 years.
I think it's really, really cool that they're opening up the creative process so the people that play the game can help in actually making the game. I want to give a big, big thanks to everyone at Beyond Good and Evil 2, Michel, Guillaume,
This
Yves,
is a
and
good
everybody else
project.
at
This
Ubisoft. Thank you.
was awesome.
And yeah, excited to see what we make together.
Now, to get involved and start creating the game with us, go to Hit Record or BGNE website.
Is it in focus?
Do you see what this is a project. This is why I'm kind of mad that this game has not come out, because I want to see what people have submitted, have done. Like I said, if you're a writer, you could probably come up with a mini story they can add into it. Who knows, maybe they could put you can find notes all over the world, and you can find that person's story, like a little notebook. Say Joanna was in this neighborhood and this is her booklet that she dropped of stories, some mini stories, and you can go ahead and read it. And that would be fucking awesome. Or Joanna created an original story that kind of fit in the world, and now you got to do this side mission based on her story that you're following or you're learning. I don't know, some cool stuff it could be, but this is.
Are we recording? Hey everybody, it's Matt, Hit Record's Community Director. I'm joined by
Jen, Hit Record's Community Manager.
and we are here in the Hit Record offices to talk about our new partnership with Ubisoft. As you might have seen, we're going to be making some music and some visuals for the game Beyond Good and Evil 2. What? And today we're joined by the community team from Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I'm Kevin, community developer on Beyond Good and Evil 2 at Ubisoft Montpellier.
And I'm Charlotte, the other community developer on Beyond Good and Evil 2 at Ubisoft Montpellier.
And what's really cool is that you guys at Beyond Good and Evil 2 have a really awesome community as well.
Yeah, we have a community called the Space Monkeys, Space Monkey Program. People in the community create many things from amazing fan art, musical compositions, to even entire 3D worlds inspired by the Beyond Good and Evil universe.
The Space Monkeys have already been very helpful throughout the blog and giving their feedback and inspiring the team really. We're super excited to take that one step further and actually have them contribute directly into the game.
We're asking our Space Monkey community and the Hit Record community to collaborate on creating content such as music, pirate shanties, frescoes, posters, you name it. We're really excited to get the community involved in bringing this world to life and adding the vibrancy to Ganesha City.
So Hit Record is a little different than other internet sites that artists might contribute to. People don't just upload finished pieces of art. Everyone contributes little pieces.
The thing, I'm an artist. I can go ahead and do that. F me. I'll press this button.
Are we recording? Collaborate more. The whole process just goes on and on.
And everyone gets credit.
There we go.
People
I'm
don't
sorry.
just upload finished pieces of art. Everyone contributes little pieces and then collaborates to create something bigger.
Yeah, basically anybody can come to our site, create an account, and then download anything anybody else has contributed. Then they can add on to it. So maybe they add on vocals to a guitar rhythm, or maybe they download an image and then draw on top of it. And then they can re-upload what they've remixed. And then somebody else can jump in and collaborate more.
That's kind of cool. Just take the Beyond Good and Evil thing out. Just that alone is fucking amazing. That you can work with other artists in any different genre, like this show. You could make instrumental music, and someone said, "Yo, I really like that whole music instrument setup, whatever, or like guitar bass or whatever. I can use it for my vocal, and it works out with whatever song I'm writing. Why not? And maybe upload it again, and then becomes like this little mini, audio file that it's amazing. Who the fuck knows?"
The whole process just goes on and on.
And everyone gets credit because everyone resources the art they remix.
Also worth noting is anybody whose work makes it into Beyond Good and Evil 2, they'll get paid for it. And we've linked a payment video below, so you can check that out for more information.
So how do you get people involved and contributing to Beyond Good and Evil 2? Where do they go? What do they do?
Well, the first thing that everybody should do is go to Hit Record, create an account, and then go to the Beyond Good and Evil 2 page at hitrecord.org/BGE game. That's a great place to start. It'll show you all the different projects and creative opportunities that we're working on. And then once you're ready to participate, just hit the big contribute button, upload your file into the site, and then others can check it out, and hopefully you remix it and build on it. And since we're working on songs and visuals for the game, there's plenty of challenges right now for illustrators, graphic designers, and musicians.
And so, where can the Space Monkeys go if they have questions or need some help in contributing?
So we have an FAQ page. We also have a support email, which is support@hitrecord.org. So you can email us there at any time if you have any.
It's called BTE2 Dev Team.
This is cool.
Co-development with the Space Monkeys on Beyond Good and Evil 2 is an important pillar of our community, and it's great that between...
As you can see how much work and thought they have gone into this game. This is why I'm so sad and disappointed that this game has not come out. It's just disappointing that this game still haven't come freaking out. Or at least come up with something, say, hey guys, I know it's been so many years since whatever last update, but guess what? The game is coming out in 2027. Give me something. Maybe they don't want to say 2027 because maybe they're not right there or close enough, or they don't even think it's gonna be there. But at least say, yo guys, we left alpha, we in beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, because all the stuff they show in tech demo, that still for me feel like alpha a little bit. Because you're still testing shit out, even though everything is look like it's working. The texture back then is still kind of low quality or whatever. Now you can bring those textures up or whatever. But all this is a good idea. This is a way to get your people to get in there. And the last update that we saw on that website was when 2020, right? Let's see here. Where the fuck it is? July 12, 2020. And probably they took a hit after pandemic. When the pandemic happened, that probably took a major hit on the company, on this project. It just probably did. Look at this. This is fucking awesome. There's a bartender who's a shark. Shit, this is so fucking cool. I want to dive into this fucking world. I cannot wait to do it. I'm gonna be probably 50 fucking years old. Or 60 years old when this fucking game finally comes out. Can you smell fear from a mile away? This is hilarious to me. Because you know why.